Welcome Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 2 of 12 Monkeys. Season 2 of 12 Monkeys continues to follow James Cole and his merry band of time travelers as they try to save the world. In Season 1, they had to try and save the world from the virus. Season 2 makes everything bigger and, well, crazier. If you've watched my Season 1 review, which you can find up in the cards thing, you know that I had fun with it. It's a solid science fiction show, and I personally love anything with time travel in it, so the show immediately got extra points for that. Season 1 was still loosely based on the movie. Season 2 has nothing to do with the movie, and just generally I think it's better to treat the 12 Monkeys TV show as a completely separate thing. So Season 2 takes the story from Season 1 and raises the stakes. Now it's not just 2016 that's in danger, it's all of time ever. Lots of "we're running out of time" jokes. Most of this season is basically like taking a hammer and smashing something into a million pieces and then trying to use that same hammer to put everything back together. I still really like how this show handles time travel, because this isn't just a show that has time travel in it. This is a show about time travel. Time travel is everything in 12 Monkeys. Having said that, Season 2 does go way off the deep end with all the time travel craziness. You could say they need to see a doctor. So first, let's talk about the characters. James Cole, who started off as a pretty generic, badass, broken man we've seen it countless times, his journey from the beginning of Season 1 to the end of Season 2 is actually very interesting to see. You can see how he changes, but you can also very clearly see it's the same guy. In a lot of shows, when a character matures or goes through some transformation, it ends up feeling like it's just the same actor playing a different character. With Cole, it is clear that it's the same guy, but you can just see his experience on him. There was also a huge difference in Jennifer's character in this season. In Season 1, I was actually pretty disappointed by her character because she was just the generic, crazy and wacky character, and there was nothing interesting or unique about the way they developed her. In Season 2, Jennifer plays a much bigger role, and she is her own character. I love her character this time around, just like some of you told me I would in the comments for my Season 1 video. I wasn't a big fan of Cassie's character in Season 1, and I'm still not now in Season 2, but I do think that she has more depth this time around. For the first half of Season 2, I was kind of annoyed by her character, but in a good way, because the character herself did annoying things and behaved in an annoying way. So I did like watching how the things that happened to her and everyone else around her changed her attitude and her outlook. The story, as I mentioned earlier, is completely and utterly fucking insane. You gotta have fun with it. It's interesting to think about all the things that never would have happened if they didn't time travel in the first place, but sometimes the show just takes it a bit too far with saying things like, time wants this to be this way. The science around everything they do still sounds incredibly silly, but that's to be expected in most time travel stories. But the way that time travel works does change to fit the story. Like sometimes Cole would travel back in time to do a thing, and then the people in the future present would have to wait in real time for him to do the thing, and then once he did the thing, maybe something would change in the future present. And other times he would travel back in time to do a thing, and once he did that thing had always been done for the people in the future because it was done in the past, so it was always this way for them. Or other times doing the thing in the past splits the timeline into two different timelines. Basically what I'm saying is don't overthink it. So time travel is weird and crazy in this show, but it's also very cool. As I said earlier, this show is about time travel. So everything that happens because someone did a timey-wimey thing and everything's out of order for everyone, and that creates some very fun situations. Sometimes they do seem to just go in a random direction and explain it away by having Dr. Jones talk about causality for a few minutes. All in all, this is a very entertaining show, lots of cliffhangers, lots of twists, lots of turns, and if you get into it, you'll spend a lot of time at the edge of your seat. Bottom line, should you watch it? 12 Monkeys is still very much a solid and fun sci-fi adventure. If the story was a bit too crazy for you in season 1, season 2 is gonna break the scale. Personally, I do like season 2 better than season 1 because I just like how they embrace how crazy everything is and have fun with it. It's kind of like the difference between Arrow and The Flash. It's a good time, just don't think about it too much. What about you? Did you watch season 2 of 12 Monkeys? What'd you think about it? And also, what's currently your favorite sci-fi show? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps out a lot, and if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome! I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers community, come talk about TV with us, it's a lot of fun. But in any case, keep binging, and I will see you in another time!